Welcome back everybody to Jack's Tech Corner. I'm yours Jack, and this is another video tutorial of Photoshop Elements. Now in this lesson, I thought I would touch base with you about what I went over with the live show. And if you watched the live show, show number 9, I talk about the audio messing up, and we lost audio in part of that show. So what I had to do was, I ended up cutting this part of the tutorial out. And this part of the tutorial is how to create and how to use a green screen with what's known as sandwich overlays. Now what a sandwich overlay is it's a background and a foreground where you can put the picture in between taken on a green screen, and then you can sandwich these two pictures together to make a final effect. And I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy this because a lot of people did really enjoy it during the live show, even though, like I said, we lost a little bit of audio there and we had some audio transmission issues. So and that's another reason for wanting to do this. I just want to make sure also that the audio stays crisp and clear to you, and that you can hear me okay, and that it stays at a good constant rate. So the first thing I want to tell you about is, where do we get our green screen products? The green screen software that I'm using today is written by Ken, and Ken wrote a program called the Green Screen Wizard. The program I'm going to show you today is called the plugin. So it plugs right into your Photoshop Elements. And he also writes plugins for the full versions of Photoshop. So if you're using Photoshop, you're good to go there also. Now, a couple of the overlays we're going to be working with today are overlays that Ken created between him and his staff. You see some here says Ken's Sandwich Overlay Collection, Merrick or Mark, whatever, Sandwich Overlay Collection. So he has a lot of different people working on these different collections. Now there's also some Judy Wedding and Prom collections, so that's really nice. What I'm planning on doing on a future show is I'm going to show you how to make sandwich overlays yourself. So you can take your own pictures and create your own. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have the time, that's no problem. Just go in here and you can purchase these. You can see they're about 30. There's some for 25. There's another one there you can play with I was looking at, or it's above here actually. It's called magazine covers. These are also a lot of fun, and they're like $20, but you get a big collection. And all you got to do with any is just click on the View Collection button, and you're going to see the different ones that you're going to pick up here. And I think tonight for this particular one, we will work with I think this crystal ball right here. I'll put myself inside that crystal ball, so then you'll get a really good idea. But these look really, really good. And I've done this one before, the martini glass. So they're really neat. Now, the only thing I ask if you do this, if you buy anything from Ken and the Green Screen Wizard, please just open my website up. And it's jackstechcorner.com. And use this link over here on the left that says Green Screen Wizard. This one's an older link. It happens to say Halloween Photo Fun. But when you click on that, it'll take you right back to Ken's site, and then you can place your order. And that does help my show out also. So, because I am an affiliate with Ken, sorry, he is one of our sponsors. So I do show his software, not a lot, but quite a bit. But I do like to send customers his way. So that is where you find these products. And there's two different types of products for the green screen. Like I said, we're using the plugin. There's also the standalone, and I'll show you that in a later date. Let's go and get rid of that. Now what you see here on your screen now is actually a picture of me that I took in front of a green screen. And the green screen I actually purchased from Ken's site also. And they're relatively cheap, about $30, $40 maybe. You can pick up a green screen. And I'm actually teaching green screening and green screen videography next week. I'm doing a 2-day seminar on that. So just to show you, I've done a lot of green screening, but I'm probably not the greatest expert. There's probably a lot of people out there even better than I am, I'm sure. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this picture, we're going to sandwich it in between two other pictures, and I'll show you how that's going to work. Now what I did was, drop this. What I did was I showed you in the video, actually during the live session, we did it in iPhoto. Now there's a problem in iPhoto. If you open these basically layers, the background and foregrounds, if you open those up, if you open those up in iPhoto, what happens is the iPhoto wants to change them to JPEGs, and they have to stay as PNG files. And we'll talk about that later down the road when we create these things. But it's a layer, and there's some transparencies in these layers. So if you make it a JPEG, you lose the transparency, and you understand that, right? It makes it white, and it doesn't work. So here's what I did. I created a folder called background, and we have BG overlays. Now the BG stands for background. Okay, so that's the background part of the overlay. The FG stands for the foreground part of the overlay. So for every BG, you have to have an FG. So there's a background and there's a foreground. And then your green screen is going to drop in the middle. So now you're kind of getting the idea of how this is going to work. So what we do is we actually have these set up so the names are turned on. And I clicked under View and I clicked on Show File Names, because normally by default your Photoshop Elements browser will look like, the catalog or organizer will look like that. Well, I click on View and Show File Names and I get this, right? So we're going to go down. I told you we're going to try this crystal ball out is what we're going to try. The one the lady's holding. We'll just do this one right here. So first thing I'm going to do is right click on this one and I'm going to send that into my editor. Okay, so that is in my editor. That is my BG, so that's my background. So that's where we lay the initial picture. Then what we're going to do here is, back to the organizer, we're going to click on foreground, and you grab the same one. Now this is where it gets interesting, and I'll show you this too when we're creating these things. They're named the same. There's BG underscore Christmas ornament close, and then there's FG underscore Christmas ornament close. Now what that does is that's telling you that's the foreground. Click on that. It's right click, and we're going to throw that into the editor. There we go. Now, the way I like to do this when I'm using the plugin is first I bring my green screen up here. I'm going to duplicate that background, Control J. I'll shut this off, and I'm going to go under Filter, Green Screen Wizard, 3-layer system. And what I'm going to do here is turn on Output Transparency Information. You can see right away it takes all the green out of there. And I know a lot of you are going to email me and say, Jack, we could do this by hand, and you can. But what happens in a white shirt like this, when I started trying to learn this before I met Ken, was you get a lot of what they call spill. And spill is the green tint will be around that shirt that you have to go and you have to polish off yourself. And you can do it. I've had some videos on where I've done it. But this saves me so much time. If there's anything like around the ear right here, you can see, you can always use the background eraser and you can just go over that just a little bit. And again, just polish that off. No biggie there. So that's the only problem I've seen with it. Now with that said, what we want to do is we're going to go to Select All, Edit, and we're going to copy. We're going to go into our BG layer, okay, or a BG picture, and we're going to edit and we're going to paste. And what's going to happen is click your Move tool, because what's going to happen is this picture is very big. It doesn't fit in there, so we're going to have to make it fit. Just grab one corner and just start pulling it down to the center, right? Just to make it smaller. And then you can pretty much stick him wherever you want to stick him there. Try to get him inside the ball the best you can. Yeah, pull it down a little bit more maybe. Just click the checkbox when you get it where you want it. And now he's sitting on that ball. Looks pretty convincing, but let's go ahead and sandwich it. So I click on this one now, and what I'm going to do is click Select All, Edit. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to the foreground or the background picture and do Edit Paste. And at this point, where you really want this to be is above your green screen picture. So now you have the background there. You have this one, right? You can see there. Now we can move him down and he's going to disappear because we have this layer on top. See, if you turn this layer off, you get that where his shoulders are showing through there. But if you turn that on, you get the sandwich effect. And you see how easy that works. It's very, very slick and it's very nice. So, with that said, if you wanted to do another one, just go back out and pick your layers. Let's go back to my organizer. And you can see all the different ones he has here. There's tons of them, you know, and like I said, you can purchase as many as you want. Let's actually grab this one. Let's try the martini glass so you can see what that looks like. We'll just do it real quick here. Alright, go back to the organizer. I need this one. Throw that in my editor. Alright, so I'll click on this is my background. And what I'm going to do is, I'll grab my guy here again. Edit, copy. Background. We'll do an edit and then paste. Right, we're going to paste him on there. We'll just shrink him down a little bit more. We'll do something like that. Put him there. We'll grab our foreground now. Select all. Edit, copy. And go back here and edit. And we're going to paste it. The only thing I like to do, like I said, is bring it above it. And you can see now what it did was right here. It brings that rim of the glass around and watch. You could bring him down just a little bit lower if you want. See, again, just hide that, and you can hide his shoulders and everything, and it puts him inside of the glass. So there you go. That is the sandwich technique, and that's how you do it. Like I said, these particular ones are written by Ken and his group there for the Green Screen Wizard. So I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial, and I'm sorry once again I said about the live show, but join us each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on Justin, that's JUSTIN.TV with the / and then Jack's Tech Corner. And or you just go to my website, jackstechcorner.com, and I got the live player. I would suggest that you full screen it, kick back, grab something cool to drink or a cup of coffee. I usually drink coffee in the mornings that morning because it's early here on the East Coast. So wherever you may be, and join in, and I would love to see you there. But until next time, as I always say, keep those shutters clicking, keep the editor editing, and we'll see you back here next time on Jack's Tech Corner. Bye for now.